loaded mental disbelief. Every time I speak, strike me, bite me, quite like me, feisty, shiesty, nightly, classic, tactics, interact with, faceted.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Scads Sessions. I'm your host, Joan Diureña, and this is our 22nd show. I'm so honored because tonight we have a special show. We have a legend right here in Scads Sessions. Please welcome K-Rino.
Scads Sessions number 22. It's your big brother K-Rino. We are here to do what we do. Shout out to the South Park Coalition, the whole of H-Town, and everybody that's surrounding all around the world that's gonna be watching this. We gonna give you a little taste of how we do it in our place. So watch your face. DJ Cyde in the mix, let's do it, man. Yeah, 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 yeah. Come on, straight lyrics. I flow in the ghost for motion and go into a postal explosion that angers oceans and causes coastal erosion. A non-negotiable rope choking, the throat's broken. Not sociable, but I'm open to smoke you in the lotion. Millenniums might appear before your sight clears. Point blank range, the K-Rino's a million light years. Hang in the high plains, paid to use slang and battle. My motors change in the rattlesnake fangs. My brain is a Saturn thrown arrow. My cerebral waves travel to a depth that'll make a business look shallow. Each page of my speech holds the rage of a beast. On a stage I laid in a lock cage on a leash. A literary stink I drive in ya. They call me the Cinco de Mayo killer cause I may put 5 in ya. Infect you with a sick line that'll stay alive in ya. The CSI guy might die when he starts describing ya. I bomb you with deep extreme New Jack drama. Cause I'm calm enough to sleep between two black mamas. But naked without a suit on, I'm gonna snake charm. If it's cold, I'ma hold up next to me to slave warmer. Hold up. My malice extreme. I ravaged through talented teams. I was seen tearing a spleen on a balancing beam. Through time, no one has written more historical lines that left family members crying and picking floral designs. See, all these dudes is rooted in foolish music. Don't misconstrue it. Label new recruits are clueless. They went from garbage to sewage. I'm the shrewdest human moving, consuming nuclear fluids, proving I'm the coolest to the students from Jewish to Buddhist. If he so chooses, we'll maneuver to the moon to do this. I'm the coolest, and you ain't got nothing on me like a nudist. Let's go to the next one. DJ Cyde in the mix. The name of this song is called I'm a Problem. Cause on that microphone, that's exactly what I am. Representing for the coalition. Representing for the 7 CD set. First man in history to drop 7 albums on one day. In the same day. So let me tell you how I do it. Watch it. I'm that dude that slashes you with no utensil. No utensil. Step back, aim and blast at you with a loaded mental. Loaded mental. Crowd in disbelief. They never heard what I speak like being dipped in grease when I'm serving the heat. Every time I leave church refers on a beat. They find at least a million dead birds on a beat. You can fight me, strike me, cuss me, bite me. Never have you ever seen a killer quite like me. Evil, feisty, regal, shiesty. Squeezing the life from 3 people nightly. Practice, classic, ratchet tactics. Murdering savages that I have to interact with. Multifaceted, nasty and acrid. Make a task come alive after I fashion it. Like a dude on dip, I'm a wild out. Whole lot of missing people up in my house. Man, not a telephone won't dial out. I'ma snatch him up by the collar from a mile out. Channel my energy to explode him on contact. Put him in the cannon and send him to where the sun's at. Come back, exact wherever I'm at. Spit a line, bury your almanacs in one track. Say the best, okay, the kid gon' try ya. Go up in your head, then rig them wires. Make her retire cause I ain't big on liars. Tie your woman up and set a wig on fire. Going to the jailhouse, blow the wall out. All the killers and murderers, I'ma let them all out. This is the fallout, cause I know what y'all about. Y'all breaking a piece, so I'ma go to war. I'm a problem, I'm a problem. I leave them feeding from the bottom. From the bottom, hunt them down, light them up soon as I spot them. When I spot them, the skills you claim, I hope you got them. On that microphone, it's well known that I'm a problem. I'm a problem. I leave them feeding from the bottom. From the bottom, hunt them down, light them up soon as I spot them. then make you wish your world ends. I'll show up on your date and beat you down in front of your girlfriend. I'll build my rep, spin, move, then sidestep. I work my pen out so much that it looks just like a bodybuilder's biceps. But enough of jokes, I'm sitting your whole team up in a puff of smoke. I disconnect your limbs, then I reconnect them to other folks. He was grinning, swearing he would win, till he felt a right hook come tearing through your chin. A punch within extends, never with an end. Got a pen that's deadlier than a heroin syringe. I'm a rap pro, OG macro. Blast those that don't know me, coming in the back though slowly. The gold is to jack your soul, just smash on a rapper like Afro Kobe. See, I get trapped inside a time warp every now and then. For the first 11 days of 2016, I was 10. See, I'm that dude that threw that bomb that landed on your flesh. No need for a uniform, my team name's branded on my chest. I'm in my power stance, savaging cowards, man. My click is like a clock, cause if you diss us in 1 minute, you gon' see our hands. I'm a problem, I leave them feeding from the bottom. Hunt them down like them as soon as I spot them. When I spot them, the skills you claim, I hope you got them. On that microphone, it's well known that I'm a problem, I leave them feeding from the bottom. Hunt them down like them as soon as I spot them. When I spot them, the skills you claim, I hope you got them. On that microphone, it's well known that I'm a problem. Yeah, straight off the Universal Curriculum album. This next one I'm about to do is called Don't Leave Me. I dedicate this one to the Creator. So wherever you at, if you got belief in God, just put a peace sign up like this here and make it bounce. Listen. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Listen. I'm standing in the light, but the darkness overcrowded me. Guilt undoubtedly is trying to eat its way up out of me. I'm imbalanced spiritually, psychologically, cosmically. What you looking at is real, no trick photography. See, I got a lot of sins weighing on my consciousness. Knowing all my faults makes me uncomfortable with compliments. Still daily I pray to win. Mental roof caving in, laboring to shake all the bad behavior I'm bathing in. Every devil with satanic knowledge, I'm denouncing them. When it counts, I can't benefit an ounce from your counseling. Visions range from giant pictures to wadded frames. Got a list of solid things that I wish that I could change. My mind is stuck in the past, no hope there to be fed. Cause I can't change the channel like the remote battery's dead. And out my head I can't tune it, although it's been years since I consumed it. It looms in my soul is still wounded. Lord, I'm trying, so please don't leave me. I plan on changing, but it's not easy. If I start walking through you, I know you'll meet me. I can't let the forces of this world defeat me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Listen, I said things seem hopeless, got great frustration. So how can I focus and chase salvation when my discipline is not strong as temptation be? Coming new ways daily, creatively persuading me. Gotta be freed with the revelation I received to possibly be an example of what I believe. The road to accepting my own. Yeah, it's true, I've been hit with a couple stones, but how many have I thrown? See, my best I gave it, that test I aced it. But I feel like all this music I'm making is being wasted. Sadness kicks in, my mind begins to wonder, but I recognize strength is not always in numbers. I'm almost on empty. It's two doors within me. One is God's door and the other is where to send me. So bring me to where I need to be through wise counsel. I win with you, but I'm less than nobody without you. Come on, Lord, I'm trying, so please don't leave me. I plan on changing, but it's not easy. If I start walking through you, I know you'll meet me. I can't let the forces of this world defeat me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, we gonna keep it rolling, man. DJ Cyde in the mix, man. We gonna call him Homicide in a minute, the way he killing them cuts. The name of this song is called Only in the Hood. Understand. Certain things you gon' only see in one part of the world. Where? Only in the hood. Only in the hood. If you live in the hood, you gon' be able to relate to this. I'm gonna give you the rundown. We get kinda ratchet sometimes, but it's alright. Listen. building. SPC is in the building. Let me tell you how I go down, listen. Only in the hood, come see it in person. 5 cars in the yard, now one of them working. At night it can get truly rowdy and unruly. Can't go to the store without some dude trying to sell you a movie. One day in 3rd Ward, what I saw made me pause. A 10-speed with a baby seat hooked on the handlebars. And even at a funeral, they still couldn't get past it. Buried their homeboy and put a swing on his casket. Tripping in the wrong hood, it's gonna be hard to leave out. Mess around and catch your pastor sneaking out the weed house. Lights got turned off, but we still gon' get it in though. Cause my neighbor let me run an extension cord up through his window. These girls got it locked down, hustle game crazy. 3 dudes paying child support on the same baby. Boyfriend, girlfriend, met and fell in love. Got married and had their wedding at the after hours club. Only in the hood, only in the hood. If you never been around it, then this won't be understood. Gotta keep it G for my partners and homegirls. Born and bred since a youngster, wouldn't trade it for the world. Only in the hood. Only in the hood. Only in the hood. Only in the hood. If you never been around it, this won't be understood. Wholesale hustling, listen, I say it louder. At the intersection, selling fake purses and washing powder. I bought this dude a chicken basket. He was hungry, let him tell it. Soon as he got it, he was in the parking lot trying to sell it. See, everybody's hustling, everybody got a stunt. 10-year-old children talking about, man, let me hit that blunt. Girl ain't even got a license, but she still gon' make it pop. Doing hair inside her kitchen like she own her own shop now. You don't think that it's real? Oh boy, you might get killed. 10 o'clock at night, baby outside on the big wheel. Gotta watch these fellas cause they real funny, trust me. Trying to sell a sick 10-year-old kid like he a puppy. This dude ain't even crazy, but he faking for a check. Got a tattoo of a pistol and a drink cup on his neck. Baby girl worked a month out of the year, she ain't concerned. Claimed some kids that wasn't hers and got a 10-rack tax return. Well, only in the hood, only in the hood. If you never been around it, then this won't be understood. Gotta keep it G for my partners and homegirls. Born and bred since a youngster, wouldn't trade it for the world. Only in the hood. Only in the hood. Only in the hood. If you never been around it, then this won't be understood. Pause it for a minute, DJ Cyde. I don't think y'all felt me on this only in the hood, man. So I'm gonna give y'all this 3rd verse a cappella. Now let me bring this to the light. You know that you ain't right. Spraying that black stuff on your head to make your hairline look tight. See, we ain't had no football jerseys when we played our opponents. Just a plain white t-shirt with the numbers drawn on it. Lil' mama had a fight at the club, she got it cracking. Picked a half off the ground, took it home and sold it back in. Dinner time in the hood. Everybody in the spot ate. Gas turned off, we cooked the whole meal on a hot plate. Don't worry about that check, homie. Somebody gonna cash it. Doing ghetto gymnastics on a dirty-ass mattress. Still selling cool cups. Music still screwed up. Old school dudes selling weed out the food truck. Everybody in the hood packed up in the church. I just wish for one Sunday that the air condition worked. And when it's said and done, through the drama, through it all, we don't trip, we ain't scared, and we still don't like the laws. Well, only in the hood. Let's go, man. Keep it rolling, man. Scads Sessions number 22. Your big brother K-Rino in the building. This song is called My Laughs. It's off the Deeper Elevation album. I think I dropped that in like 2012. Let's go deep. Watch it. My head snapped in the wind trap. I see my foes taking dirt naps. For years I've been running full speed, but I'm just finishing the first lap. Is life really about coming up, or is the purpose really about love? Trouble real easy to get into, but it's hell getting out of. My childhood's all gone now. It's rough staying on my own now. I miss living at my mama's house. Gotta keep remembering I'm grown now. Got struggles that I gotta overcome, and mountains that I gotta go beyond. I'm staggering, disoriented, feeling all spaced out, not a sober one, but I made it through a lot of long years. It's like the trouble's where the wrong is. It's bad when the devil's on your shoulder, but some days I be on his, and I'm steady walking down the wrong route. I don't smoke, but I'm zoned out. The streets ain't got nothing on the wall that I'm fighting in my own house. From sun up to when the sun's down, my heart's weighing about a ton now. I exploded like a bomb sound. Everybody telling me to calm down, but I won't stop till I get enough. My stress cup keeps filling up. to walk in my shoes, but you never walk my path. The tears that are living inside my ass. Y'all don't know the half, the days that your boy had. The tears that are living inside my ass. You can try to walk in my shoes, but you never walk my path. The tears that are living inside, listen. Am I frustrated extremely? Dirty analysts, they wanna scream me. I got a storm brewing in my mind, but you never know it if you see me. See, I've never been a cutthroat dude, and I've never been too fly to listen. They say that nice guys finish last, well I'm guessing that explains my position. Cause other than this deep harassment, I'll be shuffling through hate madness, and it's trouble in my inner cabinets. Smiles covering my inner sadness, trying to empty out my whole song vault. Been hit by a lot of thrown salt. My daddy told me 99% of things that happen to you are your own fault, and I'm hating cause I'm not manipulated. I waited till my mind was liberated. I made it possible for other cats to make it, but the love was not reciprocated, and it's getting more crazy by the minute. I'm going off cause I never fitted, and I don't care how good and righteous that you represented. Everybody got a limit. I lost touch with myself, it's gone. I'm disconnected like a telephone. I'm listening to what you're saying, but I'm thinking please leave me the hell alone. Some peace I was looking forward to, and patience is what I'm showing you. Man, I don't wanna take it out on you, but I'm about to clip for what I'm going through. See, y'all don't know the half, the days that your boy had. The tears that are living inside my ass. You can try to walk in my shoes, but you never walk my path. The tears that are living inside my ass. See, y'all don't know the half, the days that your boy had. The tears that are living inside my ass. You can try to walk in my shoes, but you never walk my path. The tears that are living inside my ass. My last. Yeah, pick it up. Y'all know what it is. Straight from the coalition. Streets of South Park. Ain't nothing pretty about your boy. A lot of people talk about swag. Well, guess what? I'm the swag killer. Let me tell you how I do it. Watch it. Here we go. Snatch him up and let's throw him in trunks. Everywhere I turn my head, rappers dressing like punks. You keep wearing all them tight shirts, your chest might crack. Damn fool grown men ain't supposed to dress like that. And yo, what's up with them stockings that you trying to wear? Cock strong ass pretty boy dyed his hair. They said it ain't no men to teach boys, they fading out quick. I hope you didn't have a daddy, cause if so, he need his ass kicked. I'm in the spot hoping to hear mics breaking. Then you jump up on the stage with all that bouncing and shaking. This might be the wildest thing I ever was in the world. I seen a rapper twerking one time and it wasn't the girl. Just accept your manhood, fool, your life would improve. You a 35-year-old dude with lights on your shoes, and if I tell him move around, he got the right to refuse. But they gon' see me charged with offering him tonight on the news. I'm the swag killer, the swag killer. I'm the swag killer, the swag killer. I'm the swag killer, the swag killer. I'm the rapper, cap killer, and body bag filler. I'm the swag killer, the swag killer. I'm the swag killer, the swag killer. I'm the swag killer, the swag killer. I'm the rapper, cap killer, and body bag filler. Yeah, I run you off the block, whether it's your fault or not. You need to get a 3X, man, your shirt look like a heart to top. Yeah, dude, I know we supposed to be brothers, but on your album cover, why y'all stand so close to each other? See, I might run up in your residence, kicking the doors. Thought I was in your little sister room, found out it was yours. I'm ready to show these busters what my whole team out. Get a pair of grip irons and snatch his nose ring out. We could probably swim across that blood river you made. I'ma shade and relax off your head and give you a fade. You a star, so you in the photo shoots and photographers. I ain't never seen a gangster rapper use choreographers. You corny and you basic, plus your image is childish. Make me wanna beat the hell out of you and your stylist. Police won't even stop me when I'm doing my damage. Wring that grease out of your head, go fry me a fish sandwich. I'm the swag killer, the swag killer. I'm the swag killer, the swag killer. I'm the swag killer, the swag killer. I'm the rapper, cap killer, and body bag filler. I'm the swag killer, the swag killer. I'm the swag killer, the swag killer. I'm the swag killer, the swag killer. I'm the rapper, cap killer, and body bag filler. Hold on real quick, before we go into it, man. Want to shout out to all of the hurricane victims, everybody who made it through Harvey in the city of Houston. Just want to let y'all know that we still thinking about y'all, we still with y'all. There's a lot of work to be done, and we're going to keep doing it. This next song It's called Holla at Me, and it's based around the point of sometimes you go through stuff and you just need to vent, talk to somebody. So I wrote a song about it. Want to hear it? Here you go. Let's go. 2008, off of the album Wreck Time, is when I released this song. It's called Holla at Me. Let's do it. Check it. Don't let nobody undermine you. Just grind and remain on the post you was assigned to. Don't let money and cars blind you. Just take the time to look inside of yourself and find you. Whatever you was is now history. Whatever you are is not greater than what you will be. See, I'm talking to you. You listening to me? Your activity is the key, not just wishing to be. See, why believe when you can know? Why hope when you can pray? Why quit when you can win? Why leave when you can stay? Hey, if you wanna put the weed or the drink or the crack down, fight it like a soldier, don't back down. Bind to yourself, this habit was given. How can an inanimate object rule something that's living? Every minute of the day we got our minds thinking of you. We all got sins, we won't judge you, we love you. If you ever wanna talk about it, holla at me. Pick the phone up or come by and holla at me. No matter what time of day or night, holla at me. Don't ever feel like you're bothering your boy. Listen, if you ever wanna talk about it, holla at me. Pick the phone up or come by and holla at me. No matter what time of day or night, holla at me. Don't ever feel like I'm trying to get you out the bed before your life is finished. But you keep on asking me for 5 more minutes. If you add up all the extra 5 minutes of sleep that you slept over the years, you done wasted 9 weeks. At some point you gotta do it yourself. You accumulating dust like a book on the shelf. See, I'm not saying what I'm saying to preach or to bore you. I'd rather teach you how to fish than keep on catching them for you. Listen, you possess so much talent and depth, but the problem that I see is you won't challenge yourself. See, it's a lot of great people who've been defeated, tried and failed many times before they finally succeeded. You was blessed with the very same thing they got. Only difference between them and you is they didn't stop. Pick yourself up, player. Stay focused and driven, cause when you stop chasing your dream, that's when you stop living. Listen, if you ever wanna talk about it, holla at me. Pick the phone up or come by and holla at me. No matter what time of day or night, holla at me. Don't ever feel like you're bothering your boy. Listen, if you ever wanna talk about it, holla at me. Pick the phone up or come by and holla at me. No matter what time of day or night, holla at me. Don't ever feel like you're bothering your boy. Yeah, Yo, Cyde, real quick before we do this last one. I've been peeping you, man, and we just meeting tonight. But I want to give you the opportunity to just show the people in the city of Houston and around the world what you can do on the tables, man. You know, if you want to give them a little something. The homie Diego vouch for you heavy, so I know it's all good. Scads Session 22. We in the building, man. We in this thing representing your big brother K-Rino, man. Show this to everybody all around the world. And make sure y'all keep supporting Scads Sessions moving forward because they doing big things, man. I want to get a homie opportunity to rock out. You ready? Let's go.
This stuff is really fresh.
Yeah. Watch it. If you at home listening, say real DJ, real DJ. This a real DJ, a real DJ. Yeah. Hip hop at its finest. Man, DJ Cyde, I meant what I said. Real hip hop. He reached in the crate, pulled out a vinyl. So we're getting ready to do what's final, and that's the last song of the night, man. And this song is based around the fact that we live in an imperfect world, an imperfect society that's full of hate, racism, war, murder, crime, drug abuse, all facets of negativity going on. So I wrote a song that reflects the opposite of that, and it's called Perfect World, speaking about how things will be one day if we believe in a higher power and believe in ourselves and our ability to change the reality. So let's do it. Let's get it in. Yeah. Straight off the Alien Baby album, 2011. It's called Perfect World. No matter what your situation is, man, think about making a 180 turn and fixing it for the better. So let me ask y'all a question. How many people want to live in a perfect world? Think about it. How many people want to live in a perfect world? I usually take the lokes off on this one. Who wants to live in a perfect world? How many people want to live in a perfect world? Let me describe it. Nothing but happiness and peace felt daily. A place where your children and babies can play safely. Where people genuinely believe in being friendly. No such thing as hatred and no memory of envy. With no problems to face every morning when you awaken. You could sleep with doors wide open and nobody would break in. And love's force field is too solid to be shaken. Where each child grows up to be great women and great men. No depression or loneliness and no sad moments. And people full grown who never heard of being homeless. Where we manifest our gifts in. No dream is too distant. It is no hospitals cause sickness is non-existent. And love perpetuates itself while no child suffers. And treatment of one another's not based around color. And you never hear slander come from anyone's tongue. And 100 years old is still considered young. In a perfect world, there would be no pain. In a perfect world, no stress, no strain. In a perfect world, we would all be wise and see the whole world through God's eyes. In a perfect world, no war, no crime. In a perfect world, we would share one mind. In a perfect world, cause all we see is peace in real L-O-V-E. Listen, nations wouldn't verbally spar with one another, point out flaws or seek to go to war with each other. Each person has a place and a purpose destined to flourish. No child is ever hurt or malnourished. Money is worthless. We learn in the most spiritually advanced schools, and everything is done God's way. No man-made rules, and poverty is no longer in man's vocabulary. Erased from human thought, recollection, or dictionary. No dream, the most beautiful thing you ever seen. Every living being gleaming with infinite self-esteem and belief in the all-wise ruler and best planner. We walk the planet in the most harmonious manner, where those who rest in here get uncountable blessings. Total strangers trustworthy with your most prized possessions. If a man gives his word, he keeps it with no deception. And a mind full of knowledge is the only loaded weapon. In a perfect world, there would be no pain. In a perfect world, no stress, no strain. In a perfect world, we would all be wise and see the whole world through God's eyes. In a perfect world, no war, no crime. In a perfect world, we would share one mind. In a perfect world, cause all we see is peace in real L-O-V-E. Now listen, how many people want to live in a perfect world? How many people want to live in a perfect world? Ask again. How many people want to live in a perfect world? Yeah. How many people want to live in a perfect world? Yeah. Scads Sessions 22, your big brother K-Rino. Follow me on Twitter, hit me up on Facebook. Support the music, support the movement, support the underground. H-Town, one love. Peace.
certain things you gon' only see in one part of the world. Only in the hood, only in the hood. Ha. I'ma give you the rundown. Only in the hood, only in the hood. Ha. Person. Man, one of them working. Truly, unruly. Trying to sell you a movie. What I saw made me pause. And the walls. Past it. Swing on this cap, come on. Leave out. Weed house. Deal. You know. Woo. Hustle game crazy. On the same baby. Boyfriend, girlfriend, met and fell in love. After hours club. Only in the hood, only in the hood. If you never been around it, then this won't be understood. Gotta keep it G for my partners and homegirls. Born and bred since a youngster, wouldn't trade it for the world. Only in the, only in the, only in the hood. Only in the, only in the, only in the hood. Only in the, only in the, only in the hood. If you never been around it, then this won't be understood. Say it louder. Washing powder, chicken basket, let him tell it. Parking lot trying to sell it. Got a stunt. Let me hit the blunt. Like she own her own shop now. Okay, big kill. Baby outside on a big wheel. Puppy. Faking for a check. She ain't concerned. Fire rack tax return well. Only in the hood, only in the hood. If you never been around it, then this won't be understood. Gotta keep it G for my partners and homegirls. Born and bred since a youngster, wouldn't trade it for the world. Only in the no utensil. Loaded mental disbelief. Every time I speak, strike me, bite me, quite like me, feisty, shiesty, nightly, classic tactics. Interact with, faceted. I'm a wild out. My house. From a mile out. Contact. Sunset. Say it the best, okay, the kid gon' try ya. Big them wires. Big on liars. Big on fire. Let them all out. I'm a problem, I'm a problem. I leave them feeding from the bottom, from the bottom. Hunt 'em down, light 'em up soon as I spot 'em. When I spot 'em, the skills you claim, I hope you got 'em. On that microphone, it's well known that I'm a problem, I'm a problem. I leave them feeding from the bottom, from the bottom. Hunt 'em down, light 'em up soon as I spot 'em. When I spot 'em, the skills you claim, I hope you got 'em. On that microphone, it's well known. Serving 'em. Feel my rep. Bodybuilders, biceps, smash on a rapper like Afro Kobe. See, I get trapped inside a time warp every now and then. For the first 11 days of 2016, I was 10. I'm in my power stance. I'm a problem, I'm a problem. I leave them feeding from the bottom, from the bottom.
There you have it, guys. K-Rino in the house. Legendary performance. I'm so proud. We're so happy, man, you're here, man. That was really, really, really cool, man. Thank you so much for taking the time.
It was an honor, man. Had a
Thank
great
you
time,
so
man.
much, and thank
It's an
you.
honor to have
Thank you guys.
That was incredible.
It truly was an honor. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, bro.
One love, man. One love.
But so there's one thing, well, a lot of things, but one thing we all want to know about you. Tell us how you got started in hip hop, and tell us. I know there's a lot of stories and all that stuff. So tell us a little bit.
Yeah,
About
I mean, I grew up a fan from like the late 70s, listening to Sugar Hill Gang, Curtis Blow, and all those guys. So I was just like everybody else when I first heard rappers with like I was memorizing it, and by 83, I started trying to write my own stuff. And from 1983 all the way on, I've been writing and recording and haven't stopped. Man. So I've been in this business, been blessed to be in the business for 34 years now.
Wow.
And the recording side of it for 31. So
wow.
It's been great, man. I can't complain.
Wow, I can see that, man. Like Diego.
Yeah.
What you got to say about it, man? Because I've seen you.
I was
been
born
enjoying it
in
so much.
1981.
Yeah.
So by the time I learned the hip hop, and me being born in Houston,
Yeah.
I already knew who K-Rino, the Ghetto Boys,
Right.
real Houston H-Town substance
Yeah.
really comes from. And it just blows me away that you're actually here tonight, because there's not too many times that I'm starstruck, bro.
I just, man, I'm a guy, man. I believe this is a out of sight, out of mind industry that we in. So I try to stay as active as I can, and plus I support underground artists. I support independent artists, and anybody that's doing anything on that level. I'm always, if I'm free, I don't have any problem coming out and showing love. And then it's a learning experience, and always an opportunity to do things that outside of the box of what I normally do. I don't normally do this, but I always have had it in my mind. It reminds me of the old unplugged sessions back in the day. So I look forward to coming back.
Brother, you saying that, like, I want everybody to know, a lot of people say things and then they don't really mean that. That's how we met. I met you at Drastico's event. Yeah. Well, actually, I met you before that.
Yeah.
But it was really, it was an awakening for me to see somebody of your status, like, just show up to something so local. Because, like the way we talked about before, like, honestly, I've had so many heroes that I've actually met that were really big in the game, that when I met them, just from the point that we met, they let me down. Yeah. And for me to see you at, shout out to my man Drastico.
No doubt.
I saw my man K-Rino here. He was at an event that was helping this man's dad out. You know what I mean? And he mean everything when he said, when you're talking about just straight up supporting local.
Got to.
Really just anybody,
yeah,
man.
Anybody, man. I mean, it ain't no big eyes and little U's. Nobody can have the mind frame that, okay, I'm so big, and cause I ain't, I'm just like everybody else. But I mean, if it's a need to be met by somebody that's going through something, that is a benefit concert or anything of that nature, it's too many artists that base their movement on how many people are gonna be there. who else is gonna be there? And that shouldn't even be in your mind. If you get there and it ain't but 5 people there, you there. That's all that matters. And you there for the right cause that you came to participate in. So, you just got to do the work, man. You do the work. So I don't care who it is. If it's a cause that lines up with my principles and I can make it, I'm gonna be there.
Moss 41, you can catch this man there all the
45.
time, man. Moss 45, I'm sorry, excuse me. And straight up, he means everything that he say because that's exactly where I caught you at. And you even being here tonight prove every word of what you just said. You know?
I mean, well, that's the foundation. That's my foundation, man. I mean, shout out to big brother, Minister Abdul Halim Muhammad. Just because, I mean, at the end of the day, man, it's about serving your community. When you are I'm not a minister, but when you're a minister or a doctor, a lawyer, and in our case, artists and musicians, we actually are servants of the people. We got a responsibility to feed people's minds and souls through the gift that we have. So if we looking at that and wasting it or not using it for the right purposes, then it's a waste of time.
You said a big word there, man, responsibility.
Yeah.
When I was young, like I said, I was born in 1981. I grew up with artists like the Ghetto Boys. I grew up, the first hip hop I ever heard was Eazy-E. You know what I mean? And it's right around your time. You know what I mean? When you
I
was
was listening to it too. I still jam Easy every now and then.
Nobody move, nobody get hurt, man. That was the first hip hop song I ever heard of.
Right.
And like ever since then, I was introduced to, when it came to straight up Houston rap.
Yeah.
It came to, the Ghetto Boys. It came to the South Park Coalition.
Yeah.
DJ Screw,
Right.
ESG, swinging and banging. Like, oh my God, these old school cuts, they really, really mean something to me. And shout out to you because I hear you playing them a lot. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said also, man, I'm a hip hop artist and now I'm doing something different. You a pure blood hip hop artist. What do you think of hip hop nowadays? What is it that you truly, truly feel about it?
I mean, a lot of people have different opinions on it. Some people say it's dead. Some people say it's watered down. Hip hop is what you as an individual make it to be. If you spend too much of your focus trying to judge hip hop on what you see other people doing or how they representing it, then you're missing the boat. The point of the matter is you can only control your representation of it. So I don't get caught up and say, well, man, this dude is whack. He killing the game. I mean, look, okay, whatever he's doing in his lane, let him do it. I'll be over here doing what I feel like is contributing to it in a positive way and building it up. So that's how we gotta look at it. And those who complain about it being dead, they are only focusing on the commercial mainstream aspect of it. But when in the underground, it's billions of artists that's repping hard. And people like Diego and other artists that are outside of the box and doing things that are not of the norm, but the people don't know about them.
Yeah.
So hip hop is in a good place for me as long as I continue to represent it the right way.
With that being said, like, there's a lot of stuff in hip hop that I don't like. You know what I mean? But I'm also sure that there's a lot of things going on in music genres that people don't like. And I also have to remind myself that music is adapting. That music is becoming something else. Us having you here tonight is a perfect example of that. You are first pure, I'm a hip hop artist, but what I did here was something different. But you being here is, again, just proof of love, man. Love, you know what I mean?
Respect.
Like, love.
And a lot of respect.
Music is it's universal, man. It ties us together, and sometimes we can transcend the genres just based on exposing ourselves to each other.
Perfect example. You and DJ Cyde tonight. Y'all ain't met, but not even 5 minutes.
That's where I wanted to get to, man, because I don't come honestly from a hip hop influence. I'm a drummer. I own all the guys behind the cameras are also my fellow musicians, and we come from a different background. But looking at your, listen to all your lyrics and everything you said, to me it was impressive, and I respect you a lot for that, for showing how much respect you had like the first time you performed together. Like, what do you have to say for younger generations there? Because you've been through all of it.
Yeah.
You know, you've seen it all. There's a lot of ego involved, like not just hip hop. I'm talking about in music and in general.
Right.
Like, what do you got to say? Like in situations like tonight, you didn't know who was gonna, scratch for you and all that stuff. Like when you have situations like that, what do you got to say for people to be flexible and all that stuff?
I'm an old school dude, so even before hip hop, you would have live bands. You go all the way back to James Brown, where James Brown performing, and he might say, "Okay, let the guitar player do his thing on the solo. Okay, drummer, you do your thing on the solo." All the way up to hip hop. I was at the Fresh Fest back at Astroworld back in 1986 with Run DMC, LL Cool J, and all. And every group that got on stage back then, every group had a DJ, and at some point during that set, they gonna get a DJ the floor and let him do what he do and showcase his skills. So that's the era I come from. I'm rooted in that. So when he was like, "Hey man, I can scratch," and I was hearing him when we was warming up. Okay, I hear you. I know he got something. It's only right to give him the floor and let him do his thing. That's just the era I came up with.
Respect,
Blood,
man.
the same respect that you've been living your life by is the same respect that you show tonight, musically, man.
Yeah.
Mad love for that, man. And mad love to my man DJ Cyde from
sir.
Saturdays and King Baby showing up on 5 minutes notice.
There you go. Tell
know
us.
what I'm saying?
Tell me. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself,
on,
man.
brother.
Come on, you killed it.
I mean, like everybody here, late 70s. I was born in 75. Got into hip hop 1985, all the way live. I started following cats from the East Coast. Eric B and Rakim. Grandmaster Flash, DJs like that. Even today, Jazzy Jeff out of Philly. Don't sleep on that cat, by the way. He's one of the greats. Yeah, he's one of the greatest.
Summertime.
Yeah, Jam Master J, Run DMC. What else can you say? And then, my pops was a DJ too, so he had an extensive collection of the vinyls. And so when it got into the late 80s, early 90s, everybody was sampling something.
Right.
And that's when I really got into hip hop. My dad would come out with that one, this is where they got the sample from.
Yeah.
Put it on.
Yeah.
And then, it taught me how to mix. It taught me different genres of music because he listened to classic rock, jazz, soul, funk, just whatever made him feel good.
Right.
And whatever would make the crowd feel good too. So, just like DJs always like, just play for yourself. Now, cater to the crowd, man. They're there to see you. Have fun with them.
Yeah.
So, that's what I did tonight too. I was like, let's just have some fun with it and, we'll see where it goes. And, and thank goodness it went really well. So, last minute notice.
did what you had to do and more than that.
You're a perfect example of what music truly represents. I know you just lost your father recently, man, and mad love to him and mad love to you, bro, because I could tell how much of a big influence that he was on you. And that's what music is an influence, and it's passed on from generation to generation. It's something that I really could hope that I could pass down to my kids, And with that being brought up, since 1983, you said?
Yeah.
If you can, man, please, and bless us and the rest of the world, with, I know you got one great story that's probably memorable to you.
Mm-hmm.
Give us something that's, something that's really, really memorable. Maybe one of your heroes or maybe something that made your day and something that influenced the rest of us.
We was talking about that earlier, about how, when you meet certain people that you listen to, you never know how it's going to go.
Yeah.
You don't know if you're going to be for the good or for the bad. I can remember, my favorite rapper of all time is K-Rino.
Wow.
That's my guy.
The blueprint, man.
Yeah, man.
original
All the way
blueprint,
back, Criminal Minded. That was the one. I was sprung after I heard Criminal Minded. But they came to town in 1988. I had never seen KRS in Houston in person, and a friend of mine was like, "Man, I know what hotel they gonna be at." I was like, "What?" So we went in there like stalkers. We went up in there, man. Me and my homie DBX and my homie C-Rock, and we just sat in the lobby, and we watched all the rappers come in. We watched. I ain't gonna say names because some of them was stuck up. We watched them all come in one by one, And,
We know all about that.
and you know, and at the time, like I said, we 18 years old, so we starstruck. We seeing all these guys we seen on MTV Raps and Rap City and all that.
Damn.
And,
Rap City.
And we speaking to them as they come in, and some of them is like, "What's up?" Some of them look at you and keep walking, and some of them come shake your hand. So KRS-One was the last one to come in. Came in, and I'm like, he ain't never come in. That's the guy I'm here to see. He walked in the lobby of the hotel, and I'm young, so I was like froze like a deer in headlights, like I couldn't believe it was him. And I walked up on him like he had a pistol. I'm walking up on him like this, like I just want to talk to you, man. Like I'm trying to talk him off a ledge. And I mean, he was the coolest dude in the world. He's like, "What's up, man?" You know, to talk to me, and you know. And so when I walked up to him first, then my homeboy seen he was cool, and they came up. So after that, he said, "Y'all going to the show tonight?" You know, we broke. We ain't had no money. And we like, "Nah, we ain't going." He's like, "Okay, well, y'all stay right here. You know, I'll be right back." So he go upstairs, come back downstairs, give us all tickets to the show.
Wow.
We were
Like you said he was going to do.
the 8th and 9th row.
Wow.
You know, yeah,
That's
I mean,
even
it's close up. Now, like I said, it's my first time meeting this dude, my favorite rapper. So, like I was telling you earlier, as an artist, we meet so many people. We meet thousands and thousands of people, and we're not gonna remember those interactions. But when they meet you, that's something they take with them forever. And if they run into you again, they'll tell you the story. They'll tell you everything that happened, and you won't even remember. That man, D ain't gonna remember because you signed my book and you gave me, and then your candy fell on the ground. They gonna remember everything. So you have to always keep that in mind as an artist when these people meet you, that you are giving them an experience that is gonna stick with them for the rest of their life, and it can either go to the left or to the right, based on how you speak, how you treat them.
So coming from a legend, remember that next time y'all big shots when y'all want to act like a douchebag and an asshole, all right? Because we remember that shit forever. Forever.
Yeah, they go home and then tag your poster off the wall and ball up.
Fuck yeah, we do. And fuck you, Michael Irvin, and fuck you a couple of other people. But we ain't going to get into that tonight. Hey, and again, thank you for not being none of that. Thank you straight up for it. Really.
That ain't me no way, you know, but as an artist, it's
you want to know who this man is? This man called me mid-hurricane, asked me to come and help some people that I'm pretty sure he didn't even know them personally, but I was in the middle of doing something, helping some other people, and that's how deep it was. That's how deep the water was here in Houston. Just to let y'all know, and that's how deep your heart going to love, man. Straight up, you know what I mean?
And people still need help.
It's an honor
so
to be here.
Keep looking out for people that's affected by the storm, because a lot of us have, you know, I can't say us because, you know, we was good, we was blessed, but a lot of people who have kind of life that went back to normal, you know, you kind of forget those who lost everything. And there's people that lost everything that's still dealing with that problem right now. So we got to keep them in mind and find people that need help and keep helping them out.
And they're not only people here in Houston, they're people all the way from Florida, all the way to Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
and
no
I know,
doubt.
trust me, because we've been doing all kinds of recovery and relief shows all over the city to make sure that everybody that we know personally is taken care of.
That's right.
So if you need some help, and it don't even matter if you were hurricane affected, holler at us, and like you said, if there's something going on, call me.
Yeah.
You know what, man? That joint really touched me, man. And real quick, man, we gotta plug this man for making the Guinness Book of World Records. 7 albums in one day. Oh my God! God damn!
Can you talk to us a little bit about it? How was that process?
We didn't put the application in for the Guinness Book, but we know nobody ever did it. You know, it's the Big 7. 7 albums, brand new. I ain't talking about no recycles and stuff we had back in 1994 that we remixed. This is all new material that we put out. Actually a year ago, November last year, it came out, and it's been a blessing, man, because I know nobody ever did nothing like that before with new material like that, man. All in the same day.
Respect,
and it's still available, so you know you can go on iTunes. I got 40 albums total. Go on iTunes, Spotify.
Right there on the screen,
Google
all
Play,
the information,
all
man.
that stuff, man.
Social media, hit them up.
So to all your artists that are dropping half an album every 3 years, you know what I'm saying? Don't act like it can't be done. You know
Excuse is excuse.
Shout out to DLP. I just did an album with producer DLP called Raps and Beats. So that was after the 7. So we did like
Wow.
8.
That's why you got another one.
Yes, she got 2 of them in her hand. But yeah, we doing it, man. We doing it.
Hey, so speaking of new album and all that, what's
Check it out, yo.
There
That's
you
what they
go.
look like, right?
That's
there.
just 2 of
Right here,
them.
baby. That's just 2. Like that right
No,
here.
actually, that's one of them. That other one, that's an older one.
There
That's
we
an
go.
older one.
A lot of people are,
See, I
watching
knocked
live
that.
and asking, "Hey man, K-Rino, like what's happening with you and performances? Where can people go see you if you're active and going at it still?" And
Just follow me. Come hit up my Twitter page. Hit up my Facebook. I keep all my events posted. So just hit me on. Check with me online. And anything I got going, you'll definitely see me pushing it and promoting.
that's what's up, man. That's pretty cool.
Brother.
Okay, I think
we're ready
it's
for
time
our
to wrap it up.
signature question.
That's
man.
right, man. There's a lot of information already you guys didn't know. Cool stories, man. Thank you for being here.
Scads
So-
Sessions.
I got my
Signature
bag.
question.
See,
If you about your business
I'm
and you
ready to
paying
go.
attention, make sure you look.
That's right, man. So our signature question, man, like we ask every artist that come in here. There comes a part in our life where we make a transition. We gotta check out, and go from this life to the next, whatever that is. So when that day comes, how would you like to be remembered by if you had to choose a song, one of your own or whatever song out there at your funeral for people to remember you by?
Yeah, the water get kind of deep on this.
No, I got too many songs.
Well, just
I don't know if I got
give
one.
us 5 or
I don't know if I
whatever.
got
A mixtape, man. Drop us a mixtape real quick.
Then why?
I don't know. I mean, maybe Perfect World. I don't know. The last one I did tonight.
I was about to say,
wow.
I put that on my list
That
as soon
was
as I heard it. I was like,
was a
man.
Yeah,
Perfect world on.
Yeah, that was great.
but I'll be around for a while, so we ain't gotta worry about that for.
Well, there you have it, guys.
Hold on.
How about
DJ
you,
Cyde,
man?
Come on,
What's
you
that?
gotta give us what's your last song, man?
Last one, it would be Louis Armstrong, Wonderful World. Kind of on the same
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
tip,
yeah.
No doubt, that's dope.
Stuff.
And I would like to change mine. I was on episode 10 and I'm 11 and I really got to think about it, man. Tupac, keep your head up. Straight up,
man,
no doubt.
yes. Legend.
Good choice.
That's
With
what's
that
up.
being said, man, episode 22.
Done.
John, you gonna close us out? God damn, I love this job.
Shout out, guys. Go
Hey,
to our
Reno.
YouTube page and subscribe to
Cyde.
Scat Sessions. Go
Saturdays.
to the
Key baby.
social media. Go to the shows. This show is made for
Scads
you
Sessions.
to support local bands, local music scene.
Right.
So much love, K-Rino. A pleasure to have you here, man. Incredible.
Man,
Scat Sessions, Carlos, Omar, everybody out there. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching.
K-Rino, man, that's what's up.
Peace.
Since a youngster wouldn't trade it for the world. Only in the hood. Only in the hood. Only in the hood. If you've never been around it, then this won't be understood.